This week from Hollywood, we take you to the premiere of Spring Breakers with Selena Gomez, James Franco, and Marilyn Manson. To the New York Observer Party, where we spotted Katie Holmes, Mayor Bloomberg, and Ivanka Trump. And then to the Jack the Giant Slayer 3D premiere, where every star was larger than life. Next, we check out why Miley Cyrus has been partying alone. Is there any truth to the breakup rumor mill heard round Tinseltown? Then, check out what Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis were up to in London. And watch as Lance Armstrong still tries to pretend it's cool to dope, which it totally isn't, by the way, not cool. And watch as we shine the spotlight on Academy Award-winning actress Nicole Kidman. All of these updates and more coming up. But first, let's take a look at the red carpet. We met up with some unexpected eclectic company for the Hollywood premiere of Spring Breakers.
Spring break. How are we gonna get enough money?
I don't know.
Marilyn Manson, clothed head to toe in his signature black frock, posed with pink shades on. Co-stars James Franco and Ashley Benson stood side by side as they addressed the media. James's fans were screaming, but what else is new for the Hollywood hottie?
This is the American dream, y'all.
Vanessa Hudgens dazzled us in a couture white party dress. Selena Gomez playfully tasseled her hair as she strutted onto the red carpet in a dress to match. Looking all grown up post-Bieber split, Selena showed us that for her, the sky's the limit in 2013.
Spring break.
Get down! I'm scared, aren't you?
Spring break forever.
Spring break forever, bitches.
Just call her Katie the Pro. A gorgeous Katie Holmes popped out of her black ride and struck a pose right on the sidewalk for cameras. For what did we owe the very distinct pleasure of one of America's finest bachelorettes? Why, the New York Observer's anniversary party, of course. Also appearing at the Big Apple party, Mayor Michael Bloomberg and Ivanka Trump. The New York City mayor signed autographs for fans before entering the venue. Ivanka, dressed in black, stood still for photogs and smiled as she joined the others inside. The green carpet was out and the stars were lined up as Jack the Giant Slayer 3D shimmied its way into Hollywood.
3, 5, 4, 5.
Bill Nye stopped to chat with us about his love of fairy tales and fantasy.
Well, I was always fond of the story, the fairy tale, when I was a kid, and this script was quite witty. It was kind of a, it had a little irony in there, and Bryan Singer was directing it, so you just figure it's going to be a good movie somehow. And I've worked with Bryan before, and I was pleased to do it again.
He recalled the working conditions on set as being just like a laboratory of sorts.
It's a crash course in humility, that's what it is. Because you wear, certainly at my time of life, you wear a black PVC jumpsuit, one-piece affair with a zip up the front. You've got a helmet on with cameras here. So they basically shoot directly up your nose, which is an interesting way to go to work. And you work in a kind of laboratory conditions. It's kind of, it's a strange way to go to work every day.
Stanley Tucci told us that his character in the film was shamelessly bad and that he had to play it that way to be believable.
He's really bad, and he's really shamelessly bad. He'll stop at nothing to get what he wants.
And he's funny.
And he's funny, I hope. I'll find out in a few minutes.
I like a good adventure.
I'm looking for an adventure of my own.
What?
Nicholas Hoult was next on our list, and he didn't disappoint. His affection for action and adventure carried over into Jack the Giant Slayer 3D and reminded us that sometimes the hero of a story is an unlikely one.
Yeah, he starts kind of, this a good guy, but this guy who nothing really goes his way. He's a farm boy, he's kind of beat down, told he's useless a lot of the time, and then he becomes an unlikely hero to try and rescue this princess that he really likes.
Eleanor Tomlinson told us about the filming methods on set and how she adjusted to working with sometimes very little.
Beginning of shooting, where we would record Bill Nye's movements and his voice so that we could hear that back when we shot our stuff as well. So yeah.
Who are you?
It's Jack! Ready?
Miley Cyrus just gloated to Cosmopolitan magazine that her fiancé, Liam Hemsworth, was one rare catch, but now it appears that she's throwing that fish right back into the water. Miley's assistant refused to comment on the breakup rumors. Miley was spotted partying without Liam in the valley just recently, minus the rock he put on her finger. A closer look at Miley's pad shows that Liam's car is still parked in the driveway. So, are they together or aren't they? Former co-stars turned lovers Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher were spotted in London town. The pair kept to themselves as they departed Scott's restaurant and hurriedly entered the back seat of their waiting car. There are 2 Lance Armstrong movies in the works, but now for the real thing.
Lance, do you think your interview went well?
We spotted the disgraced cyclist leaving dinner at Mastro's with a slight grin.
Where the boys?
Hey, Lance, you got a movie coming out, Lance? Are you working on a movie script?
All good. Yes. Hey, hi, how are you?
Hi, my fiance, she's 14.
James Caan pokes fun at the fact that he likes to date and marry young as he grabs a friend's daughter and announces that the two are getting married.
She's 14.
Okay. Are you trying to make it in the business?
Don't tell him anything. Keep everything quiet. It'll come out. It'll come out soon enough.
Badass. Okay.
It'll be under the name of Caan.
Oh, okay. Are you a Justin Bieber fan?
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you think of his behavior lately? James, do you have any advice for Justin Bieber?
No, I don't know. Get his hair cut. I don't know.
Oh, you funny, funny man, you. A baby's first haircut is a special time, whether your mom is superstar Charlize Theron or anyone else for that matter. We were there as Charlize took her son Jackson to the celebrity hotspot Rockin' Cuts. That's one proud mama.
India, come and say hello to your Uncle Charlie.
This week, we shine the spotlight on Academy Award-winning actress Nicole Kidman. Hailing from Australia by way of Hawaii, Nicole has won multiple awards in various categories throughout her tenure on the big screen. Hollywood studio heads turned when Nicole hit her mark in Days of Thunder. Billy Bathgate, Far and Away, and Batman Forever further enshrined the young star's place in cinema history. Nicole took on characters that would win the hearts of millions in Moulin Rouge, Dogville, The Others, and Cold Mountain. Nicole was once married to Eyes Wide Shut co-star Tom Cruise and then country singer and American Idol judge Keith Urban. We caught up with Nicole during promotion of her latest project, Stoker. She told us that the success of her films are always out of her control.
All the time.
Yeah, well,
actually.
Yeah,
Unless I'm directing the film, yeah.
How about directing? Since she mentioned it, we wanted to ask her if it was in the cards.
I've always said no,
Yeah.
and maybe one day I would, but certainly not now. I have little young children, and the idea of me going to work and having to make all the decisions and then go to the editing room is just too much.
For Nicole, success and hard work are all part of the grand plan. She encourages her own children to do their very best at whatever it is they wish to do.
I like the idea of honoring what you do, you know, and no matter what you do in this life, the idea of honoring it and valuing it is important. It's something I try to teach my kids.
Usually the one to carry the film's storyline, Nicole told us that she loved the idea of playing a supporting role this time, and that she accepted the role quite quickly.
It's a supporting role, which was, I loved the idea of supporting Mia because I think she's an extraordinary actress and I thought she'd carry the film beautifully. But the idea of Director Park directing this was the thing that was so intriguing. And I sat down, I went to lunch with him, and after that lunch I said, I'm in, I'll do it, because he just had such a strong vision.
A prominent topic in Nicole's new film is nature versus nurture. As a mother in her own right, this was a topic of interest for the actress.
So is it genetic when things get passed on down? Can that happen, or is it nature versus nurture? And that, to me, was an interesting thing for a film, particularly for a film that's meant to be frightening and disturbing, you know.
Nicole expressed her excitement about playing the iconic Grace Kelly in a new film.
I loved playing her. I just loved playing her. I subsequently know so much about her, but I honor her spirit and her path and the way in which she lived her life. And it was just a real honor to get the chance to play her.
We're family.
The long-awaited Steve Jobs biopic has been postponed. While filming has been completed, a release date isn't sticking. The film stars Ashton Kutcher as the software giant. It was scheduled to premiere worldwide April 19th, but that plug has been pulled, according to 5 Star Films and its distribution partner Open Road. A new release date has not been assigned yet.
Nobody wants to buy a computer. Nobody.
How does somebody know what they want if they've never even seen it?
The Ridley Scott Moses movie bouncing around Hollywood may encounter a soft landing soon, with new information confirmed in recent days. Exodus will be the name of the project, and the star currently attached to it is Christian Bale. Fox will distribute the rushed, rewritten story after Ridley completes his contractual agreement with his current film project, The Counselor. This news surfaces following Steven Spielberg dropping out of his own Moses-inspired film, Gods and Kings. Will Ferrell, Steve Carell, Paul Rudd, David Koechner, and Christina Applegate had the audience in stitches when they appeared in the first Anchorman installment. Anchorman 2 is in the works now, and there are a few famous faces joining the ensemble. Josh Lawson, Greg Kinnear, Harrison Ford, Kristen Wiig, James Marsden, Megan Good, and Dylan Baker, to name a few. Anchorman 2 is shooting in Atlanta. Paramount has the release date slated for December 25th, 2013.
Hey, America. Did you miss my hot breath in your ear?
There's gonna be submachine guns and boobies. Whammy.
Oh, it's gonna get stanky.
And now it's my turn to talk.
Where's your emergency?
This week's Hollywood box office countdown drops 2 newbies and resurrects some old favorites. At number 5 on our Hollywood box office countdown, Identity Thief. This film is dancing in the Tinseltown Gold week after week on our countdown. This time it brought in $4.5 million. In our number 4 spot this week, down from our number 2 spot, Jack the Giant Slayer 3D. The legendary Warner Brothers epic of giant proportions scored $6.3 million. In our number 3 spot this week, The Incredible Burt Wonderstone. It's the first time on our countdown for this outrageously affectionate comedy. It stakes a claim at number 3 with $10.3 million.
Your ticket sales suck.
What?
In our number 2 spot this week, for the first time on our countdown, The Call. Halle Berry dials in the action in this true-to-life 911 thriller. The Call towed the line with $17.1 million.
It's already done. It's already done.
In our number 1 spot, for the second time on our countdown, Oz the Great and Powerful. This celebrity-packed feature brought in $42.2 million at the box office.
Are you the great man we've been waiting for?
Hollywood birthdays this week have our celebrities turning anywhere from 30 to 80. Desperate Housewives star Dana Delaney turned 57. Her co-star Eva Longoria turned 38. Fargo star William H. Macy turned 63. Famed host of the Oscars Billy Crystal turned 65. Cider House Rules star Michael Caine turned 80. St. Elmo's Fire star Rob Lowe turned 49. Forrest Gump star Gary Sinise turned 58. And Overboard hottie Kurt Russell turned 62. Be sure to tune in next week for more glitz, glamour, and news from the Hollywood Newsfeed.